quiet, even during intense turbulence. So take a deep breath and then say, quiet my mind, dear universe. May your peaceful calm take over. So it's really interesting that that card came forward as I was preparing this morning. So calmness. So there's our grounding and centering place. And so this morning, I thought I would do a bit of a breath practice with us this morning so that we can get this beautiful retreat started from that place of calm. So as Emily mentioned, my name is Mel. I'm from Om Health Wellness, and I also do coaching. And with that, I've been doing breathwork practices for a number of years because I firmly believe they are the foundation to our own health and well-being. If nothing else in your day, you can breathe. We all have access to it. We don't need any fancy equipment. I'll be honest, I was feeling a little nervous. I was telling Emily. And so I was doing my own breath practice this morning while I was laying in bed. My breathwork practice is I hit snooze, and there's my time to have my breath practice. Awesome. So wherever you happen to be, grab that notebook, that journal, have it handy, your pen, and you can do this practice seated or lying down, whatever is most comfortable for you, as long as you can get lots of length in your body. All that means, friends, is no slouching. Okay. So close your eyes, drop your shoulders, get comfortable, whatever that means for you. And I want you to just notice how you're feeling in this moment. What word comes to mind? And as our card said, we are here to witness. Witness your breath. Where are you breathing? Your throat, upper chest, middle chest, your belly. Just notice. And notice if this is where you normally breathe. Now bring your awareness just below your belly button. And if you're comfortable, you're welcome to place a hand there or both hands. Connect to your belly. Now imagine that your lungs are balloons and they're sitting in your body. And we're blowing those balloons up from the bottom to the top. So with that awareness at your belly where your hands are located, inhale. Bring that air in through your nose and exhale through your nose. So our practice today, if you can, will be in and out through your nose. Feel your belly rise up. Do your hands move? And if they don't, that's okay. This is why we call it a practice. We're so used to not breathing that it might feel foreign. And that's okay. You might feel dizzy. You might start yawning. That's all perfectly normal. Now with this focus on your belly and you're feeling your hands rise, see if you can get your rib cage to move just a little bit more. Going back to that visualization, they've got a couple of balloons in your body and you're blowing them up. And you're going to expand that belly, that rib cage. Can you breathe all the way up to your collarbones even? Take 2 more deep breaths. And when you're done, slowly open your eyes, grab your piece of paper, your journal, and write down anything that popped up. So that word that you started with, has it changed? How are you feeling now? What's shifted, if anything? And you're welcome to take yourself off mute and tell me how that practice, that really quick practice, we're going to keep going, went for you, or open up the chat and write your comment in there.
With so much go, 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 it's so beautiful just to take just a few moments, just be still and just be present with my breath. It feels really amazing after a beautiful week.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's life, right? Go, 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 even though going is a bit different right now. And allowing yourself to come back into your body. So we live up here. We live in our heads, and we're missing information from the rest of our body because we are holding our breath. Oh, patience. Yes. So patience with yourself, patience with what's going on around you, all the above. Yeah. Patience is a beautiful word because we are all really impatient right now. I'm hearing words like anxious, heavy. Heavy is a big word I'm hearing from people right now. And coming back to your breath, reset. Yeah, I love all these beautiful words that are coming forward. Absolutely reset, awareness, at peace. Wonderful. And before you started, how were you feeling there? Was there sense of uncertainty, anxiety, stress, or were you already feeling these things? It's early in the day. I mean, you may have already started off with a meditation and felt at peace. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, everyone. So what happens with this go, go, go is that our bodies are stuck in fight or flight, stuck. And our bodies often no longer remember how to get into rest and digest. Your body can't do both at the same time. So if you're in fight or flight, your digestive system, and that's how I got into this work, is I was going to a naturopath and my digestive system was not working. I had IBS symptoms. I was stressed to the max. I was anxious. I was not functioning at all. Wasn't sleeping. My body was stuck in fight or flight. And with this lovely naturopath who I was going to, the first 6 sessions were on breath work. 6 sessions on how to remember to breathe again because I was so stressed out, so anxious, so stuck. And so the word reset, absolutely resetting your body to get back into rest and digest. So if you're noticing that your digestive system isn't working optimally, notice your breath. So we're going to go back into our breath practice together. Let me just pause. Are there any questions about any of that information? Feel free to comment or take yourself off mute. If you have any comments around whether or not you feel like you're able to get into rest and digest right now. So our lizard brains are perceiving a constant threat right now. That's perfectly normal. But we can bring ourselves back into rest and digest with things like a breath practice, meditation, yoga with Tina later. And and later on today, there is Rebecca doing energy healing. And that is another way of getting your body back into a calmer state. So, done my speech. Sit up nice and tall or lay back. This time, place a hand on your chest and one on your belly. Really being able to connect to your breath in this way will help you get out of that fight or flight or freeze. I'm seeing people in freeze too. So notice your breath. Where is it going in your body now? And then bring it into your belly. Draw it up through your rib cage and your chest. Maybe you are inhaling to a count of 4 and exhaling to a count of 4 right now. Maybe if you have a practice, you're able to inhale to a count of 6. Inhale, drawing that air all the way up. Without force, if it feels forced, pause and go back into a place. Too much force going on in your body right now. Let it drop into flow. Allow the breath to flow in and out. When everything else feels out of control, you can control your breath. Notice the length of your breath, the quality, where it's catching, where it's flowing. Whether your hand at your belly and the one at your chest is moving. See if you can begin to lengthen the breath. Little bit longer inhale. Slow and controlled on the exhale. Notice. Notice any twinges in your body. Notice what it feels like in your body to have this breath consciously coming in, going out. If your mind is wandering, bring in a count. Maybe count to 4 as you inhale, and the same as you exhale. Take 2 more of whatever length your breath has gotten to now. And when you feel ready, grab that piece of paper or journal and jot down any notes. So know that all feelings are valid. Whatever came up for you is your truth. Know that breath work can be triggering. So if you haven't been breathing for a very long time with that focus and consciousness, and you've been shallow breathing for years, your body may be stuck in fight, flight, or freeze. You may experience a flood of emotions all at once. You may feel the need to cry. Let it out. It means you're holding things in your physical body that need a place to go. So if you feel called to, shoot me a note in the chat. How are you feeling? What came up for you? Or take yourself off mute and let us all know. Whatever you're most comfortable with.
My body told me I needed to lie down to breathe.
Absolutely. So
Sitting meant I had to hold my body. And my body said, I just want the earth to hold me so I could breathe.
oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. The next breath practice we're going to do will be seated, but if you feel called to while we're doing it, lie down, listen to that instinct, that intuition to lay down. I love what you said about having the earth hold your body.
I just
Wonderful.
need to be held.
Yeah. And that's why this breath practice is so wonderful to do in bed as you're falling asleep and as you're waking up, because then you're all cozy in your bed and it feels comfortable. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. That's wonderful. Did anyone else have something come up that you're not sure what to do with? Or maybe you're like, yeah, let's just keep breathing. Okay, well, let's just keep breathing. So the next breath is a balancing and centering breath. I really had to concentrate. Yes, absolutely. This is foreign to us. We're used to sitting all day in like stress state. Breathing is very foreign. But if you notice a baby, they breathe with their whole being, whole being. And somewhere along the way, we forgot. We forgot how to breathe. And so it's actually our natural state. And yep, it's going to feel foreign and hard to concentrate. For sure. So this next breath will actually help with your concentration. It is the balancing and centering breath. And whenever so I used to have massive anxiety, as I mentioned at the beginning. In this breath, I would have to stop and come and do this breath to bring my focus and awareness back so that I could function, so that I could focus on my job and what I was doing. Okay, so like I mentioned, this one is going to be a seated breath. But again, if you need to lie down, listen to that instinct. So we're going, and you guys can't really see me, but here, I'll tilt my screen. So we're going to bring our hands over heart in prayer posture like we would. And again, get that spine nice and tall, because as soon as we're slouching or squishing our lungs, and again, we need the length. Hands over heart. Drop your shoulders. And if it's comfortable to have your eyes closed, do that. If it's not, find a soft gaze. So prayer posture. Press the palms together, drop the shoulders. On an inhalation, float those arms up with your breath. Just your range of motion. Your range of motion will be different than mine. And then exhaling, bringing them back down over heart. So with the next breath, we're going to inhale our arms out over the floor. So they'll be parallel. And then we exhale back in. And that's our sequence. So how long can you make your breath? For this one, I like to suggest, if it works for you, 4 inhale, 4 exhale, and then work your way up gradually over time. So I'll move sideways so you can see. You may not be able to hear. All right. Inhale, float those arms up. Exhale over heart. Inhale out over the floor. Exhale back in. Continue on with your rhythm. We're going to spend a few minutes here. Slow and controlled on that inhale and exhale. If you'd like to bring in that counting, do that. As you inhale, feel your belly, rib cage, and chest expand. And maybe you're even able to feel your back expanding out. Can you make it just a little bit slower? Beautiful. Keep going. I'm just going to give you a few minutes here without me talking. Just sink into your breath. Once again, without force, just fluid. Do one more. Take your time. When you're done, grab that piece of paper, that journal, and jot some notes. What came up for you? Maybe your shoulders started to ache and you're like, oh my God, when is this over? Or maybe you're like, this is my new thing. You can do this at your desk. You can do it during Zoom meetings when you shut off your video. Maybe you felt lightheaded. Maybe you're yawning. Maybe you feel calm. Feel free to take yourself off mute and let me know how that experience was for you, or throw something in the chat. How did that breath work for you? Some people love it, some people hate it. I'd love to hear your feedback. Starting to feel more alive, more aware of my body and surroundings. Wonderful. That is amazing. I feel like I'm sliding through heavy air, clearing it. Yeah, more focused. Wonderful, everyone. This is great. I mean, we have been breathing together for almost half an hour, and hopefully this is giving you a sense of what it feels like to come back to your natural state of rest and digest, of regulation, more focused, calm, softening. So when you do the breath where you're bringing in movement, how did that feel for you? More focused on breath. Yeah, it's easier to focus when you have the movement. I have some people, like, their bodies aren't to a place where they're able to sit and be still. That's why that breath offers a really nice combination of breath focus and movement for those who can't be still. Perfect. So is that something that you would incorporate into your life? Potentially. Maybe. Yeah, I'm seeing some thumbs up. Yeah, absolutely. So I want to offer you one more breath. I call it the ball. And it is a beautiful way, once again, of connecting to your breath in a way that is simple, easy to incorporate into your life, and does bring about that calm. Someone else felt more connected to the body with this one. Absolutely. That's why I love this one. Your brain is counting, moving, and focusing on your breath. The monkey that's jumping around in there has less room. Yeah. So this one does something similar. I have one student who does not like this at all. She refuses to do it. She has a lot of anxiety, and it actually increases her anxiety. So she always does this breath. So I wanted to offer it to you so that you also have more options and no excuses for not focusing on your breath throughout your day, during any part of your day. This breath you can do in the car at a stoplight. All right, so drop your shoulders, and once again, bring your hands in front of your body like a little ball. So bring your awareness, your eyes down. And hopefully you can see me. You can have your hands wherever they're comfortable. Mine are up here so you can see me, or you can have your shoulders drop down. I like to actually do this in front of my solar plexus, so just at my belly. So you can have your eyes opened or closed. Inhale, expand the ball. Exhale, contract. That's it. So spend the next few moments inhaling and exhaling. Again, fluid, flow. How slow can you do this? The size of that ball that you're creating, blowing up and then collapsing, is up to you. Long, slow inhale. Long, slow exhale. Softening into the fluidity of this breath. Do one more. Drop your hands down gently in your lap when you're ready. Take a couple breaths. Observe your thoughts, your feelings, and anything going on in your physical body. And if and when you are ready, grab that journal. Jot down any notes that you feel called to, observations. Back to the card we started with, witnessing. Witnessing our breath, thoughts, feelings, emotions, physical reactions to this breath. Feel free to throw something in the chat. What did you think of this breath compared to the other ones? How did you feel? Or take yourself off mute. Always happy to hear from you.
I found it harder to relax with this one.
Okay. So
So in my hands, it felt kind of interesting.
what was interesting about it?
Just with the eyes closed, it just changes how it feels with the hands. I don't know. Can't really explain it. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you try it with your eyes open?
Yeah, I mostly did it with my eyes closed. I just was really trying to like concentrate. I found it hard to concentrate. I don't know. I found it hard to relax with this one. I don't know why.
Doesn't matter why. It doesn't work for you. That's okay. What did you think about the balancing breath? Did that work better for you?
Yeah, I did. I don't know. The movement of the shoulders, I found a little bit more. Because right here, I just felt like when my arms were opening up, I would get tense, and then I don't know. I don't really know.
That's okay. That's great feedback, but that's information for you about how you want to incorporate things into your breath practice. Like I said, I have one student who will only do this one. She hates this. So it's the opposite. Again, that's why I offer lots of options so that you can pick. So I'm glad this one worked. Thanks for sharing. I'm just going to check the chat. That one was your favorite. You felt like your rib cage was expanding. Awesome. Cool. See, there's so much variation and it's different for everybody. Felt joy. I love that. An extension of self, very calming. Like this one better. I felt natural doing this and felt body moved and didn't get as stuck. So again, it is entirely personal preference about how your body is going to respond, and everyone is different. Thought about doing this with eyes open. I was able to sync your breath with a movement. Yep. Wow. Can feel, so when I focus on the space between your hands, I can feel a ball of energy. Yes, I totally agree. I can feel a ball of energy. So maybe, Samantha, that's what you're feeling, like this weird sensation of energy moving between your hands and you're not used to it. Totally cool. But yeah, I feel a ball of energy when I do that one as well. So that's an interesting one. Okay, so this is totally outside of what I normally do, but that just made me think of this. Bring your hands together, like in prayer posture, and then rub them together as fast as you possibly can. Get some heat going. What do you notice? Okay, now take your hands apart and make a ball. Can you feel the ball of energy now? Some people can, some people can't. Totally cool. Now do that breath a couple of times. It's always an interesting experiment. That's all this is. We're just experimenting together to see what works. What are you noticing? Were you able to get that ball of energy? Like I said, some people feel it, some people don't. It's all perfectly normal. Cool. So drop the shoulders, close your eyes if you're comfortable, or just have a soft gaze. And just check in with yourself. That word you established at the beginning of our practice together, what was that? How has it shifted now? What word would you use now? Just take note of that either in your head or on your journal, your page. Does anyone want to share their words? What they started out as and what they landed at this point in the practice? Any feedback is awesome that you get. There's no right or wrong here.
My word was unfocused and exhausted.
Ah,
And what I'm left with is, yeah, that's okay. I got this. Like just being okay with that, you know? Just, I guess, acceptance or, yeah.
wonderful. That's beautiful. So you've noticed a shift from the beginning to the end where you were feeling a little bit exhausted and stressed out and
Overwhelmed and oh my, so much to do. And now it's kind of like, yeah, there's a lot. We got this. And right now there are crows outside my window just singing or cawing or like saying, yeah,
That's
they're
amazing.
they're a big thing lately is the crows. They just keep talking to me. So they're
Oh,
almost, there's
amazing. Have you looked them up to see what their crows symbolize?
a change.
Ah,
I have a friend that I rely on for this, and she said crows are just telling you there's a change. They're a good omen.
yeah, they really are. I mean, there's always that sense that people feel that they're not, but I mean, it depends on who you are, and that's wonderful. So listen to that. And with the breath practice, you have more resiliency for change and uncertainty.
Yeah, I guess that's what I feel. The resilience is like, yeah, we got this. We're fine. We're good.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Have
You're
fun with your crows. Crows are protectors, someone is saying. Yeah, crows are protectors. Okay, cool. And someone else is saying they went from hurt to softening to journey. Beautiful shifting, everyone. So now that you have experienced a shift in what it feels like to breathe, it's actually doing this outside of me sitting here. Hopefully now I'm in your head telling you to breathe for all times. But there are ways to remind yourself to breathe. You can set a timer. You can put a sticky note on your computer. There's apps. Calm, Headspace. There's all kinds of apps now. I mean, you can Google. I have a YouTube channel. I post a breathing video every Tuesday. So it is my hope for you and everyone else that we all move from the fight, flight, or freeze that we're all seemingly stuck in to a softer place where we have more resiliency, better health, and able to get ourselves regulated into rest and digest. And this is one simple tool to help get you there. You can do it on your own. You can do it anywhere. You can sit in your car after you've been at the grocery store and take some deep breaths. hopefully this awareness will lead you to a path of more joy, more calm, more resiliency, a reset. I'm just looking at all of the words that you've offered. These are your words. And with that, again, my name is Mel. I'm from Om Health Wellness and Coaching. I am an energy healing coach, Reiki master, teacher, yoga teacher, and advocate for everyone having a really amazing breath practice as a foundation to tap into your own well-being, your own focus, productivity, as well as your own intuition. So, Emily, I think we have like a couple of